Hey, it's that time of week and here's your weekly Cyber Snapshot. This week, Microsoft's patches are about to break a record, America's cyber agency leaks its own keys on GitHub, and more. Let's start in the UK. In last week's King's Speech, the government announced two pieces of cyber legislation. The first is the Cybersecurity and Resilience Bill, which expands regulation to manage service providers and data centers, as well as tightening incident reporting. But we know about this. The second, tucked inside the National Security Bill, commits to updating the Computer Misuse Act. The government's wording is that the bill will unlock the power of cybersecurity professionals to better enable them to secure computer systems, which I can assure you is very much needed. The bill hasn't been published yet, so whether it will actually deliver clear statutory defence for vulnerability research remains to be seen. The same package also brings new police search powers and a cybercrime risk order. Microsoft's May Patch Tuesday addressed 137 vulnerabilities, putting the company on pace to break its own annual record. Over 500 already patched this year, and we're only 5 months in. 16 of May's fixes came from Microsoft's own AI system, codenamed M-, including 4 critical flaws no human researcher identified first. Google, Apple, and Oracle are all doing the same thing, leaning on AI to find more flaws faster. If your patching cycle was built for a slower era, it's going the creek. A contractor working for CISA, America's cyber agency, the one that tells everyone else how to do this properly, left a public GitHub repository called Private CISA exposed for 6 months. Inside it sat administrative credentials for 3 AWS GovCloud accounts, plain text passwords in a CSV, and internal logs. The contractor had manually disabled GitHub's built-in secret scanning. CISA did take the repo down within a day of disclosure, but the credentials inside remained valid for another 48 hours. Grafana Labs, whose dashboards run in over 7,000 customer environments, disclosed on Sunday that an extortion group called Coinbase Cartel had downloaded its entire codebase. The attackers got in through a misconfigured GitHub Actions workflow. They forked a public Grafana repository, injected a malicious command, and waited for the CI pipeline to cough up a privileged token. The breach was caught only because a canary token, one of thousands seeded across the entire environment, fired the moment it was touched. Grafana publicly refused to pay the ransom, citing FBI guidance that paying does not guarantee anything. And finally, criminals are riding the AI hype. 2 campaigns are live. The first uses a cloned site at claudepro.com to push a new Windows backdoor called Beagle. The second is cleverer. Attackers buy Google Ads, pointing to the genuine Claude AI domain, but the link lands on a shared Claude chat, dressed up as an Apple support install guide. Mac users follow the instructions, paste the terminal command, and infect themselves. The destination URL is real, and there is nothing to flag this as suspicious. And that's all for this week. Follow us for next week's Cyber Snapshot.